How you guys doing? So in today's video there's going to be a few different parts. First part is going to be me getting some new wheels, checking them out, cleaning them, getting new tires on them, and then basically putting them on the car. The second part is going to be a more in-depth walk around of the car. Exterior, interior, frunk, and the engine bay. We didn't get a real good chance to take a closer look at the car, just brought it home the first time. So finally gonna dive in and see more of the trouble areas. I then go ahead and throw some pictures of the wedding and the car, how it was set up at the wedding. We got some super cool shots. It turned out amazing, thank God. It looked super beautiful. The videography and photography people loved it. And lastly, after the wedding, we had a Cars and Coffee here locally to Cleveland. We basically had the car there and I do a little walk around of the show. So I hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to show some love. If you like what you see, if you want to see something else, drop a comment. If you don't like what you see or I can improve on something, be sure to drop a comment. I always like reading what you guys have to say. And yeah, enjoy.
Next, you got a set of these Steelies in chrome with hubcaps. So these are gonna look super sweet on the car. Will need a re-chrome at some point, but check these tires out. 165, 15. Let's see the year on these bad boys. 19. Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the other ones, get them ready for my buddy who's gonna dismount these tires. So I got the 4 Steelies right here. As you can see, kind of in not the greatest shape, but a couple are actually in decent shape. These two are actually in better shape than those two, but I'm just gonna try to clean them all up so that way we're a little shinier. Same with the hubcaps, they're pretty good. I'm gonna start out by using this Never Dull, you know, going through it, each of the wheels, a little bit on the hubcaps, and then I'm going to finish it off with the cream and that. So I guess I'll show you after. That's the before. And then use some kind of degreaser, something to let it kind of soak in any loose particles before we wash it, so nothing gets in the polish, so it doesn't scratch up anything. I'm gonna be doing the hubcaps last. So while those 3 dry off, I'm gonna start on this one. This one's pretty rough. It's one of the rough ones. I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure it's dry all the way around, and then start with this bad boy. So here's a little after. This is the one I just did. It definitely cleaned up a little bit, but these things are pretty far gone for this stuff to work. So it goes that one, and this is like basically what it looked like before. So onto the hubcaps. As you can see, it's like a dull kind of finish. We'll see if we can bring that one back to life for all of them. Actually, they're all about the same though, so hopefully they look a little better. All the hubcaps are done. One of them didn't turn out as shiny, but the rest are pretty good. All the wheels are done. They're pretty blinging. Bling bling. Without re-chroming them, they're not gonna be perfect. So with the center caps in, this should look pretty sweet. Stay tuned. So just got the wheels mounted and balanced with the new tires. Ended up going with the Dunlop SP Sport 5000s. So they cleaned up pretty good. Not too much oil drips in like a couple weeks, so not bad. Okay, so old wheels, new wheels. Yo, so I need the spacer in the rear for sure. So once I throw that on, it should be a lot better, but wow. Wow. I'm loving it. It looks so cool. So these are definitely the prettier side. I'm gonna pick the two best hubcaps and throw them on this side. The front's honestly ready to go. It just needs air. This is the before. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna go get those wheel spacers, take out this rear, put it on again with the spacer, and then go ahead and put this side on later. Gotta run somewhere, so far I'm loving it. Yeah, let's get it. Whew. How you guys doing? So today we're gonna do a little bit more of an in-depth walk around of the 1968 Porsche 912. A few things I've already done to it, new wheels, and a few more things left. So let's get into it. We'll start out with the exterior. So this one was actually painted 01 signal yellow by the previous owner about 25 years ago. He did a pretty decent job. There's a few little minor stuff like this bottom on this door. You can kind of see it's starting to bubble up. That might be just a reaction of the bodywork, but it only happened recently, so not too crazy. Everything else, the paint looks in fairly great shape. A few nicks here and there, but nothing to kind of deserve a repaint or touch up. We'll take a look at what's under the hood and the frunk. So the struts kind of gave out. We have to use this beauty, but let's lift the carpet up a little bit. Got an extra fan belt. Got some detailer stuff. So as you can see, it's super clean down here. There's no type of rust in these trouble areas. Gas tank looks clean. I have the spare. Overall, in general, there's nothing here that screams old 911, 912. So super happy to see that this thing is structurally clean. As you can see here as well, all those areas look very nice. We're gonna move around to the rear. The iconic 4-cylinder. So I said iconic 4-cylinder. It's not that iconic, but basically back in the day they offered a 911 and 912. 911 obviously came with the 6-cylinder. This one came with the 4. Better fuel efficiency, definitely cheaper. So far, as far as I can tell, it has Weber carburetors and a few other little upgrades to the ignition system. Other than that, it seems to be all stock. It's a good runner. It does need a tune. I think the carbs need rebuilt, probably rejetted as well. Maybe a new distributor, plugs, not sure, but definitely gonna give this thing a tune soon. Tune soon. Yeah, so we'll give it a tune. Hopefully it runs better. Yeah, there's not much that this car needs. We're gonna put floor pans in it because they just got wet when the first owner got it. Didn't mind to change them, so I'm gonna go ahead and change those with my buddy. But let's go ahead and check out the interior. So this car has black leather interior, seats, and overall, the car is in fairly good shape. There's a crack in the dash right here, and there's also some heat damage on the corner of this dash here. It's a pretty common issue with these 912 dashes to have a crack or some kind of warpage from the sun. A lot of people pull it off, redo it, or kind of just get a cover for it. I have to remove the windshield if I want to do any of that. I'm gonna still continue to think about if I want to do that or not, because I really don't want to pull this windshield out. It's just not that much fun with the ceiling and everything about it. So here's a little bit of look at the floor pans. As you can see, we got some Freddie Flintstone on that side.
Hey buddy, how you doing buddy?
As well as this side. Water just sat in this thing for quite a while. I could probably punch a hole through that right now. So we got the whole sections, front and rear, and they're gonna come out. And we're gonna get some fresh metal in there and make this thing that much better. That's cute. That was a better little overview of the interior, the exterior, and the motor. It's gonna be more in depth and you'll see what we're working with once we start doing the floor pans. I never done such a job, so it'll be a first time for me. Hopefully it turns out good, we'll see. You know, if I get it wrong, we'll do it again. This little yellow car is sweet. I definitely didn't ever see myself owning a long hood, at least this soon. So that about wraps up this walk around. Hope you enjoyed. Currently at a car show here in Cleveland. My cousin's coffee cart, Poshco Roasters. Check them out on Instagram. Link in the bio. So this is basically how the car was sitting at the wedding. Sweet and simple. There's a couple cool cars here. I'm gonna go check them out for you. There's a cool 912 and 356. A couple local guys that do restoration with paint and body. So that thing's pretty sweet. Thing's pretty cool.
So that about wraps it up for today's video. I love the car with the Fuchs, but I love it more with the Steelies. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. No, in all seriousness, the car looks super sweet with the Steelies. I love the classic look like that. I like the Fuchs too, but something about those just basically wrap the car together super nice. So I hope you enjoyed seeing me get the wheels, clean the wheels, install them on the car, and how it looked at the wedding. The in-depth walk around was sweet too. You guys got to see the car as it sits and for what it is. It's not a turd, crusty car like a lot of 912s are before they're restored. It was actually a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into getting that car to how it sits now. Make sure you follow along to see how those floor pans completely get resurrected and make that car a little bit more cleaner. Be sure to drop a comment, leave a like. Much love, it's always appreciated. And as always, be blessed and be superish.
So this is pretty much it, you know, just your standard black leather seats and stuff.
Yeah, tinkering stuff. Back up.
You only
Stay
need the
here.
most-
The exterior. It's a pretty.
Why the bees always photobombing? Oh my gosh, he's like mating with a fly.
Tinker. Bye.